Okay, this is the second video in our Denver thrifting video series. There will be no thrifting in this video. This is just the drive. I wanted to share with you guys some of the footage that we took on our 3-day drive out to Denver, Colorado to visit our girls and to do some thrifting. Here we are going through Mississippi. They have these massive crosses on the side of the road. I just think they're kind of cool. They're really big. They're definitely into their Jesus in Mississippi, guys. And here we are actually crossing the Mississippi River. Speaking of Mississippi, really cool. It's just so neat to look out at the expanse of this massive river. When you drive over it, you realize what an artery it is for our nation, and just how vital it is as a waterway. Makes you appreciate it just a little bit more, I think. So we are heading to Denver to visit our girls and, of course, to bring you some more fantastic Denver thrift footage. You know I can't just go to Denver and not thrift. We do plan a little trip up to the hot springs. So the next video is going to feature all that stuff and our trip to the hot springs and all the thrift stores that we hit up while we were in Denver. This is the drive into Dallas. I mean, this city is just so impressive. Look at those big, beautiful buildings. They say everything is bigger in Texas, and Dallas is certainly no exception. I do everything within my power to avoid driving through Dallas during rush hour traffic. So I think this was on a Sunday, and we still ran into a little bit of traffic that you're going to see right here. Yeah, there was a little bit of red on the map, a little bumper to bumper. The thing you got to watch in Dallas is not accidentally getting into the express lanes, because you will get charged for that. I learned the hard way a couple of years back. But here I am like, whew, yeah. It was stressing me out a little being from a small Florida town, not really being used to that kind of traffic. But then once you get outside of Dallas, the world just opens up. And so we are on our way here to Amarillo. So we stayed the first night in Shreveport, Mississippi. That was all right. It was pretty good, actually. We mostly stay at IHG these days. And I like the Holiday Inn Expresses or the Comfort Suites for the most part is where we spend the night. We like racking up those points on our IHG card. So, we were heading into Amarillo here. Now, I don't know if you're aware or not, but in my opinion anyways, there is a legit huge pyramid in the middle of Texas that nobody talks about. Oh, yes, I believe that this is an actual earthworks. The official story is that it is a dolomite mound. It may have started as a dolomite mound, y'all, but I believe that it was built at one point into a step pyramid. And it actually has the shape of a keyhole pyramid or a keyhole temple, a keyhole Aztec temple. I will put that up on the screen here. It was something that the crypto archaeologist Scott Walter was talking about a while back. I actually emailed Scott Walter about this a while back to let him know. So the official name of it is Medicine Mound. It is outside of Quanah, Texas. I don't know if I've ever talked to you guys about this before or not, but there it is. As I'm zooming in, you can see, bam, it has a presence, you all. Like, there is absolutely nothing else around it that looks anything like it. The landscape is completely flat, except for these 3 little mounds. Does that remind you of any other pyramids? I would say that it closely echoes the theme at the Pyramid of Giza. So just take that as you will. But I'm going to pop in a photo here pretty soon of what it looks like from above. And we do stop and pull over at a rest stop here, and I get a little better footage of it. But this place, every time I drive by it, I'm just like, wow, 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 wow. We have a pyramid here in the U.S. I believe this is a pyramid earthworks. I think it's one of the largest native earthwork sites, but it is on private land. And they do consider it sacred land. So getting up there to view it in person is difficult. There is a little museum there that I have not been to yet. And one of these days I might roll up that dirt road and check it out. But yeah, no, this is, I would say if you're into archaeology or spirituality or anything like that, maybe just take a look at this on the map and you tell me what you think. It looks to me like there might have even had a staircase in it, like down in the Yucatan. Don't ask me to, I don't know, is it Chetland, or I know Teotihuacan is Mexico City, but this thing is pretty big, and I believe it could be a legit American pyramid, U.S. pyramid, not American, because we know America is bigger than just the U.S. Yes, I'm sorry. I am not that naive. Anyways, yeah, tell me what you think. So I do like taking this route because it does let me get another glimpse of this unusual sight as I drive by. And I've always loved going to places like that. Like I've been to Glastonbury, England, and I've been to a few of the stone circles in England. I have not been to Stonehenge before. I would like to go to Sedona someday. I have not been to Sedona yet, but I do find sites like that interesting, okay? It's just a fascination of mine. And so here's a little more footage that I took standing still. A little less dizzy, I think, but now you have the cars passing by. But as I zoom in, you can really see, I mean, this has got to be a good 2-3 miles off in the distance. That's how big they are. And I just can't think of any other earthworks site in the U.S. that has that type of height. I know that there's some pretty impressive ones up in Illinois and Wisconsin area. But yeah, see when I zoom out, how far away we actually are from it. I have to zoom in for you guys to see this. So yeah, Medicine Mountain, Texas. Check it out on the map and see what you think. And I'm spanning right now to show you there is literally nothing else anywhere that the eye can see on this horizon that looks anything like it. You don't start getting into any mesas for probably another 50, 60, 100 miles or so. As you go further west, you do start getting into more hills and mesas, but nowhere near there. Very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Texas is a very interesting state. I like the sagebrush. There was a lot of sage when you started getting toward West Texas. I was tempted to get out and pick some, but I wanted to be respectful. Look at this cool old rusty barn. As you roll through this part of Texas, you see a lot of like rusty, kind of gritty, industrial looking stuff. A lot of freight trains. This one just seems to go on forever. I mean, it amazes me sometimes that these trains are rolling through our country and they can be miles long. Do you ever stop to think about the people working on those trains, what their lives might be like? What do they do with their time? Are their days busy, or are there just long stretches of nothingness as they look out over the expanse of the horizon? I wonder if you are in the train industry or if you have a loved one in the train industry, please pop me a comment below and let me know what their lives are like. I just have really no idea. To me, it seems like for the right person, it would be an absolute wonderful job, especially if you like travel. So you see these silos as you start getting closer to Amarillo, the old abandoned gas stations in the tiny towns. Some of them are really funky. Like you can see that the locals have a vibe in each one of these little towns. Some of them look like they could actually be kind of fun to live in. And here's another train. Just more trains, lots and lots of trains that we came across on our drive. And these big silos, I'm guessing that they're grain silos. If you know what they are, let me know. Pop me a comment. Don't let the popo get you now. Don't go over that speed limit. Be cool when you're driving through Texas. And of course, there's windmills. Lots and lots and lots of windmills. So, what were we listening to on the radio? I'm trying to think. I think at this point we were listening to, and here's the picture. Hold on. Okay, can you see how that looks like it has steps on it? Do you see the concentric rings as you look at the top of that? You guys, I think that is beyond coincidence. I'll try to figure out if I can find an example of that keyhole Aztec temple to pop in here. Hold on. Okay, I couldn't find any specific pictures, but the kivas or the keyhole temple style is mentioned for the Puebloan Southwest ancient peoples. So anyways, pretty cool, I think. All right, moving on. So we are in New Mexico here, and did you guys know that you can drive right by a legit volcano in northeast New Mexico? Yep, there it is. That is the Catalan volcano in northeast New Mexico. There's actually a road you can drive up to the top. It has a caldera that you can look down inside. We did not do it because we were trying to make Denver on time, okay? But, yep, here we are actually climbing up over the hill on our way into Colorado. So I think we've actually crossed over the border. It was cold. Like, here we are in June, and it was cold and wet at this point. We were up in elevation a little bit. I could hear feel my ears popping. I like taking time to get to Denver. The 3 days it takes me to get there actually helps my body to acclimate a little bit better, so I'm not really bad with the altitude sickness when I get there. So that's it for this one. Please give us a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next ones coming up soon. You guys are not going to want to miss what we thrifted in Denver.